amigos, welcome to my channel. Last Friday I had completed my 80 hours of Spanish course in Guanajuato, Mexico. So in this video I will do my second month of Spanish learning review. I will cover what classes I had taken, how did I feel each week, and what I did to improve myself, and I will talk about how to choose teacher as well. If you haven't watched the first month review, the link is up there. The reason I'm doing this kind of video is to record my language learning journey. Learning language is something very special. It's not like learning a new skill or getting a degree. The experience and outcome is very different for everyone. Many of us stop learning another language after leaving school. And many people can only speak one language in their whole life. I think by learning another language is like opening another door for yourself to see another part of the world. Besides, I haven't seen any video that talks about the progress of learning Spanish week by week. As a beginner, I would like to know what my ability should be at a certain time. If I find nothing online, then I'll just put myself out there as an example. Okay, enough philosophy, let's dive in. Originally, I enrolled 2 classes per day for 8 weeks. However, I find my progress was very slow, so I asked for 3 classes a day for week 5 and week 6. On week 5, I took a grammar class, a grammar workshop with the same teacher, and then a vocabulary and communication class with another teacher. I felt that I improved a lot on week 5. First is because both of my teachers are fantastic. They were trained to be a Spanish teacher in Guanajuato University. What I found is that they are more organized and they have a topic in each class, and they know how to guide you by using different games. For example, one day my teacher made her tarot cards and she asked me to act like a fortune teller. So I used the card that she picked to create her 2019 fortune story. It was a little bit challenging, but I was surprised how much I can speak. For that, it built my confidence a lot. In the middle of the week, I could help my housemate to take a sick leave in the school in Spanish. And for week 5, I learned again the topic that I have already learned previously. For example, what, when, where, who, which, how, etc. However, I learned it again in a more practical way. I had to use those words in oral practice instead of doing some written homework. On the weekend, I took my notebook and wrote down all the verbs that I learned. I used them to make sentences as a review because I found that I learned a lot of words, but whenever I need to use certain words, I just got the image in my mind. I'm not able to pronounce it and I'm not able to spell it out. For irregular verbs, I just memorized the conjugation on the I because that is good enough to express myself in the class. On week 6, I continued my grammar class and grammar workshop. My housemate recommended me a listening class. I never planned to do a listening class because I thought I was still quite new beginner, but it was great. Let me share what my listening class was like. My teacher gave me 5 questions at the beginning. He didn't have any printout, so I had to listen to him and I had to write down, so it was like a dictation. Then he would read the passage twice. Yes, he read it, not from a recording. So if I need him to repeat, to stop, slow down, or ask for an explanation of certain words, I could do so. In every class, we could do around 2 to 3 passages. After doing that for a few days, I noticed that catching the meanings of a question is not very difficult. It's not that scary at all. On week 7, which was the last week of the course, I continued the listening class. It was getting more difficult because it talked about the universe, shopping habits. Those were more serious topics which I couldn't pay too much attention. However, I could understand the general idea and guess about the details. My teacher said those passages were in A2 level, where I think I'm still in A1 in general, so I don't feel that bad. if I cannot understand everything. For the grammar class, the teacher arranged me with another teacher. Oh my god, he was terrible. He was flipping my books and looking at his syllabus over and over again. It seems like he got no clue of what he's going to teach. He just tried to test if I know this and that. But I have been in the school for 6 weeks as a beginner, so what do you need to know? Again, this person didn't prepare for his class. After being very patient, I walked out from my class. The school then arranged me with my first grammar teacher to complete the course. So that was my experience on the second month. Next, I want to talk about choosing teachers. I didn't pay too much attention about choosing teachers at the beginning, but I found that it is very important if you would like to learn Spanish seriously, especially if you can only stay here for a week or two. So far, I had 9 teachers, 4 are excellent, 3 are okay, and 2 are terrible. With the 4 good teachers, 2 of them are professionally trained. As mentioned previously, they have method to teach students properly and draw their attention. Besides, they can speak some English. I think it is necessary at some point when you are confused with the logic and the usage. The other good ones are slightly mature, but they are very experienced. They know how to present their message to you. So I think if I go to a language school again, I will carefully ask for teachers' qualification, class size, type of class that they offer with details. I think at some point I might want to do a DELE test. It's not about having something on my CV. I just want to check if my ability is at a certain level. I hope I can do it within the next 3 months. It is one of my New Year's resolutions. This is my last week in Guanajuato. It is such a lovely place. Many of my schoolmates, I keep going back every year. I wish I can stay here a little bit longer, but I can only stay in Mexico for 180 days. So I have to move on to see other places. I'm giving myself 2 weeks off before going back to school. So I will keep updating this series. Before you quit this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. Until next time, bye.